Bonjour mes amis et bienvenue à Machine Apprendre français avec Sally. Aujourd'hui, nous avons une belle invitée qui s'appelle Sunita. Bonjour Sunita.
Bonjour Sally et
Comment
namaste.
Namaste.
Oh.
Comment allez-vous?
Ça va bien, merci.
Ah, comment vous appelez-vous?
Je m'appelle Sunita Singh.
Okay. Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. Today we are shooting a very special episode with Sunita. She's an air hostess all the way from India. She's here to tell us about her journey through learning French and how she was able to get it, give us the mistakes that she encountered along the way, the challenges that came up, and a lot more about the French and their culture. I'll allow you to take the floor. You can just give us a basic introduction about yourself. We want to know who is Sunita.
Bonjour. Bonjour tout le monde. Hello everybody. My name is Sunita Singh. I am from India. I live in Bangalore from India. And I am an air hostess. I'm working with currently I'm working with Air India as air hostess. Air India is the national carrier of India. And I'm a self-taught artist as well. I do a lot of artwork, such as I do contemporary artworks, mixed in media artworks. I'm a professional painter. I have my own art gallery as well, and I'm a YouTuber. I have posted few painting tutorials on YouTube, and I'm a French tutor as well. And last but not the least, I'm a yoga teacher. I try to guide people, help people to achieve their physical, mental, and spiritual balance through yoga. So I get a lot of self-satisfaction when I teach yoga to people.
Wow,
That
wow.
is it.
All that in one person. You must be a superwoman.
Thank you so much. Thank you
Do
so
that
much.
Nice, really nice to have you on my channel. And basically what we want to do is to help our subscribers to know your journey through French. So basically we can start by telling us how many languages you speak. As we all know, French is one of them, but I'm sure there are others.
Okay, to start off with, to begin with, I speak, I can read, write, and speak Hindi, English, French, and Telugu. And there is one more language, Tamil. I know the basics of Tamil language. So these many languages I know. And yes, Hindi I know because that is my mother tongue. And English I have learned from my college days and from my school days. And French I've learned from my college days. So it's been approximately 10 to 12 years I've been in the process of learning French and speaking it though. And Telugu I can read and write and speak this language. So this is it all about.
Okay, all right. So these are about 6 languages.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yes, and there is one more language. There is Bhojpuri. That is a native language. It's a local language of a place of a state called Bihar. So this is again, yes, approximately 6 languages.
Approximately 6 languages. I didn't get the others, but I got English and French. So today we want to focus majorly on French. So tell us how you learned French. Basically, just take us through the journey of the first day you learned to say bonjour, and today you're able to have a full conversation in French. How has it been?
Okay, it has been a very great journey for me. This learning process has been very great, and it had all started from my college days. Since I had a second language, and second language was French. So the passion and the interest towards this language had attracted me so much that I always wanted to learn. And however, So after completing my, I got the theoretical knowledge in my college days, but practically, however, I was able to apply this knowledge, and I was able to speak more via my job. My profession as such is cabin crew. So this profession itself, it adds on an extra point if you're able to fluently speak more than one languages, and especially if it's a foreign language for international flight, it adds on. It is very, very helpful. So that's how I could practically also know about the language, know about the people, and know the culture. So theoretically was in my college, but practically was when I was able to see myself in France, and when I was able to see myself with European people, and knowing more about the European languages and their culture. So this is how it was.
And that's beautiful. I completely agree with you. You know, when it comes to an industry like the hospitality industry, the tourism industry, especially when you're dealing with international guests, it's one of
Mm-hmm.
the languages that is most commonly used. We have a lot of people who speak French, and fortunate or unfortunate, many of them don't know English, which is known by many people, but these people don't know English. So when they come and they find, when they go to an English speaking country, they find someone who knows a little bit of French. It's an amazing feeling that they are able to communicate, right?
Very true, very true. And the best part about my job was that it actually gave me the opportunity to expand my knowledge and to get the practical knowledge via communicating, with the native French speakers and helping them on board. And
Yeah.
my willingness to help them had actually increased, and increased the passion in me to learn more and to communicate with me. Because first thing, what happens when we have guests or passengers on board from different countries or different languages,
Mhm.
it's important to make them feel comfortable. So this is what was there with me. I wanted to give my best to my job and to the people I was serving. So this is how the passion had started, and the interest, and moreover the body language. They're so welcoming, they are so nice, and French itself is such a beautiful language. I'm very much sure it's so difficult to keep anyone, or probably, away from this language. If you know even a little bit of it, then you would feel, oh wow, it's a very wow feeling. It feels good. And it was a necessity for me. Sometimes, of course, yes, it was a necessity for me to understand their medical needs, or probably any type of communication that could be from the minimal to a highest priority communication. So this job has given me the opportunity to communicate with them and make them feel comfortable, bring them at the comfort zone, break the ice between each other, and understand more. And I was able to serve them better.
Okay. Okay. In terms of learning the language, let's take our viewers to the basics. Huh? So we said we started in
Mm-hmm.
college. So in college, was it you had lessons, you were going to a class, you have a teacher or a tutor who's teaching you? And if it's not that, did we use, what exactly did we use? You know, at this point in time with the internet, we have so many apps, we have YouTube videos, we have teachers.
Mm-hmm.
What exactly did you use, and maybe what would you recommend for someone who's starting or for someone who is in the intermediate level to use as they learn or teach themselves?
Okay. I had learned my journey of learning this French had started from my college. We had a teacher, a beautiful, a very, very knowledgeable person I've ever come across, who was very good at his grammar, his tenses, and the best part about him, he was able to develop interest amongst others and the students to even learn French, because living in a country where this language is not a local language and not even spoken more. So doing this was, I'm sure it must have been a very difficult job for him, but however, the way he did it was really nice. It was very appreciable, and
Mm-hmm.
it somehow it brought that interest in me also, when my teacher is doing so much
Mm-hmm.
to make all of us understand. And however, my interest, my passion was also there. So that's how my grammar, my tenses, and I got an opportunity to clarify all my doubts. And as you said, that YouTube, we have a lot of links and a lot of YouTube videos to learn. See, learning, I somehow feel, can be via many ways. It could be self-learning, but self-learning, you got to be very careful. You have to choose the right resources. It is important to learn right words. Learning is not just learning anything, but you have to choose the right words to learn and the right verbs to learn, the right way of conjugation of the verbs to learn. And learning could also be by taking the help from a native speaker, and probably a very good tutor like you yourself. I've seen your videos, they are very nice, very helpful,
Thank
very
you so
apt,
much.
very helpful. It is very
Thank you.
encouraging because sometimes it happens in school, you know how it goes, that in school or in colleges, they just they most of them are not very apt with the knowledge, with the concept they're going through with. But I have come across your videos, and I've really found it very helpful, even to start off as a beginners. Your voice, your approach towards your audiences, and the concept you teach them, and what you teach them is more important. And I somehow feel, when it comes to the learning should start from the basics, and the basics will be the alphabets, the basics of pronunciations, intonations, verbs, conjugations, and genders are very important in French. Just few nicks and knacks here and there, tips and techniques, and I'm sure it will be easy for everybody to learn. So my learning started that way from my college, and that's how it just went on. And YouTube, of course, we can learn from YouTube also. And movies, or probably watch channels, try to involve or engage yourself, or create a surrounding or environment as such that you have a lot of French speakers. And nowadays, in fact, yes, your WhatsApp group is amazing, I must say. I've seen
Thank you.
people
Thank you.
communicating from different nationalities. It's a
Mm-hmm.
platform for people from different countries. I wish I had that option when I was younger, and when I had started. The confidence, this gives us a lot of confidence, and introduces us to a huge chunk of people, those who already know what French is, those who already know what the French culture is. So you have someone's guidance in case if you are stuck with some complicated questions.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's such a beautiful platform where you can learn for free and you don't have to pay. I guess this is something very nice. Talent, you're doing a very great job. I've seen your videos. It's very amazing.
Thank you so much. We are trying to help as many people as we can.
Yes,
During this time, you have some people who are economically low and they just want to add an extra skill. They want to learn something extra. It's a good platform to provide
very true.
such kind of knowledge. Thank you so much. So as Sunita has told us, you can go to the three different approaches. You can teach yourself. You can use a native. If you have a native who's a friend, you can practice with them. But as she has said, the best way is to learn through a tutor, someone who will take you from the basics, teach you from the very beginning what you're supposed to be doing. They will guide you on the pronunciation, because as we know, what you write in French is not what you speak. They're totally different. So if you're teaching yourself, probably you would pronounce what you're writing, which may be wrong, and you'll not be learning effectively. So I think on that part, we have enough guidance. Thank you so much, Sunita. However, maybe you can give us a few challenges that you came across when you were trying to learn the language, or even when you're using the language. What are some of the challenges that you came across?
Okay, talking about the challenges, of course, there have been n number of numerous challenges. Numerous challenges. First thing is important to note is that French, as we all know, it's a non-phonetic language. So it is not written, it is not spoken the way it is written. So it is a complete mismatch. It is a complete mismatch. And in case if you don't have a proper guidance, and even if you want to self-learn it. It is going to be difficult though, but it is not impossible, because the word impossible itself says that I am possible. So it is not
Very true.
impossible.
Yes, yes,
It
yes.
is not difficult. And
Mhm.
as we all know that French is one of the easiest European languages amongst other European languages. Yes, it is better. It is better, and it is easiest. So it is not that very difficult. But the first challenge, since it is a non-phonetic language, it is you have to be very careful. You have to be very careful by learning right thing at right time, and knowing the basic pronunciation. Intonations are also important. And one of the most important challenges I have come across is the difference in culture.
Mhm.
Since the place where I live and the country where I live itself has a variety of cultures. So along with this, I had come across a new culture, new people, new sort of things. So there was a mix and match kind of a thing happening inside my mind. So that's the biggest challenge. I feel that is the biggest challenge. And most important thing, the way French is spoken in India is not the way it is spoken in European countries. I hope
I
you're
def
understanding how it is.
Yes, yes,
It
I
is, I'm sure it is in every country.
every
It is
country.
the mother tongue influence. Yes, yes.
Mhm.
The same word, como talibou, the
Mhm.
same word in India and in France will be spoken in
Mhm.
two different, or maybe two or more than two different ways. So
Yeah.
most important is pronunciation.
Mhm.
Because when I had what I had learned here in my country was something else, and what I heard from my people was something else. The pronunciation I'm talking about. But when I went to Europe, and what I heard was something else, because initially it was a bit difficult for me to communicate with them,
Mhm.
though so few things I was not able to understand, and few things they couldn't understand me. Then I understood that it is not just the theoretical knowledge, it is
Mhm.
also the practical knowledge. And maybe this is why we need a tutor. So
Mhm.
tutor can guide you through the hurdles, and tutor can help you. Now it depends if it is for free, or it depends if you are going to pay it, or whichever way. But this is one of the major challenge. And one more important thing is that you have to set learning goals.
Mhm.
How much you want to learn as an intermediate, and as a beginner or as an advanced level. Get over the fear of speaking French. I think best thing is to practice as much as possible. Otherwise you will never come across. And do not have that fear that what if I go wrong, then the person with whom I'm communicating or talking is judging me. So just stop thinking it, and stop overthinking. In fact, just go in the flow, as you always say. Just go in the flow, and I'm sure you will learn from your own mistakes, right, Sally? And
Definitely.
that's what I have seen in the group you have created. I have seen people, a lot of them from different nationalities. They communicate, they get over the fear, they even send voice messages, and they talk to each other. Isn't it really great?
It's very interesting, and just the way people come from different countries, different cultures, different levels, and they're integrating together, they're helping each other. It's amazing, it's
Very
it's an
true.
it's an amazing platform to use to learn French. And just to add on to the challenges, as I have been tutoring a lot of people, I see two major challenges, especially when it comes to the people who are
Mm-hmm.
not the beginners, the sort of advanced or the intermediate students. One, when you're teaching about the conjugations, you find that you've told them something in English, and what they're going to do is to try and directly translate it. They want to go word
Oh
for
yes,
word. If you have said this, they want to put that word in French and this other word in French, but it never works that way. They will always
very.
get stuck when they're trying to do that. And what I usually advise is, just understand the context in English, understand the tense that we're using in English, and then
Very true.
remember the French grammar rule, and then apply it. You'll get a
Very
translation, and it will be
yes.
something very, very different from what you would have come up with if you had directly translated it. Have you come across that?
Very true. Very true.
Yeah.
Yes, I have come across this so many times, so many times. And it is difficult to manage with the people, those who are in intermediate and advanced levels, because
Mm-hmm.
they sometimes they get offended and they don't try to understand what we are talking about, or maybe
Mm-hmm.
they think that they are right, because French is not just about the literal translation of because for a native English speaker,
Mm-hmm.
learning French should be in a different way. Sometimes few things are logically connected and sometimes few things are not so very logically connected. So first important thing is to make your basics strong.
Yeah.
Somehow, to deal with a beginner, I'm sure it's not so very difficult, but to deal
It's
with the
not.
intermediate level and advanced level, it's difficult, to I hope, because I hope everybody should understand, we as tutors are not here to correct someone or to to make them feel down about it. Nothing at all. It is just to correct few mistakes, because French is all about usage of correct gender
Mm-hmm.
and usage of, like, as we spoke about the verbs. It
Mm-hmm.
is just about all those proper grammar rules and regulations. That's it, and then you're good to go. You're so exactly good to go. But it is, yes, most of the times even I find it very difficult.
Yeah, and it's
Best thing is don't argue,
yeah, yeah.
because French itself is not about a literal translation, like how you say, like, what is your name, you know how it is, comment tu t'appelles, or like, it is not the literal translation of how you, and few people what they do, they literally translate the each and every word and they get it in French, but it is not. That is not it is.
But
You should know
yeah,
the rules, when to add, what to add, and what not to do. So it is good to listen, that's it. But
yeah.
yes, I have come across a lot of challenges, and there's one more thing I have personally realized that French, or learning any new foreign language for that matter,
Mm-hmm.
avoid writing it in your mind. Write it on a paper. I think that is a good way to start off. And it's difficult, for people, for my tutors, sometimes it becomes very difficult, for people,
Mm-hmm.
for me to make them understand that it is important for you to pen it down,
Mm-hmm.
write it, and repetition is the key. I somehow feel repetition and proper right word repetition is the key to learn in a right way, learn the correct pronunciation, and just write it. Don't write it in your mind. Write it on a paper, which I'm
Yeah,
sure you will never forget.
yeah.
Correct?
Definitely, definitely. I do agree with you. That's the same thing I say when you're trying to master something. Let me take for example, you're trying to master a tense. You will not get it
Mm-hmm.
if you're just thinking, looking at the roof, thinking through the air. No, write it down, and then if you're okay with writing it down, then I can tell you for sure after some time you'll be okay with speaking it out. And then we have someone who comes in and says, for me writing is easy. I can write, I can read,
Mm-hmm.
I can understand. When it comes to written, I'm okay. But now when it comes to speaking, I literally cannot speak anything. I cannot say anything. Or if I'm trying to come up with a sentence or give an idea, I'm going to take forever to think about it, and then I'm going to be able to tell you what I want to say. So for such a person, what would you advise them to do, or what would you tell them?
I somehow feel, Sally, see, self-study is not meant for everybody. Few people, yes, they can do it, they can concentrate, but yes, I have come across a lot of students of mine, those who can't just self-study, who can't study on their own. They need a group. So I think if at all you're not good to go, or you're not okay to even write and learn,
Mm-hmm.
then keep repeating things, and if possible, join a group like I have seen yours. It's amazing. It is amazing. It is something like you're learning from your own friends.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you never get offended in case if your friend is correcting it to you, then you will not get. But yeah, there's one more
Not at
important thing,
all.
that your friend should know what to say, what not to say.
Yeah.
But if you're there to guide, and of course, yes, you are the one who is monitoring everything. So I'm sure if anything goes wrong, uh, then it is easy. It is easier to correct them also. It is good for both of them. So I guess there has to be to and fro process from both the parties, from both the ways, that yes, they should understand nothing to get offended about, and just have that broad mindedness, and learn a lot of set of rules and all that, because it's not that difficult. It is just not that difficult. Just follow the rules, simple things, and of course, repeat the words or the sentences, especially for pronunciation. Just write it. For me, I had actually learned it by writing, because especially when it comes to the verbs and all that, writing helps a lot. Write it, or else probably write it in your own language. The pronunciation, write it in your own language, because my mother tongue is Hindi. So how I had started was, I used to write each and every word, like Romapel, Sunita, I used to write in Hindi. I used to translate the same word, write it in Hindi. I guess everybody can do the same thing. Write it in your own mother tongue, the pronunciation, how it is written, and it'll be easier. It will be easier to grasp and to understand it, and it'll stay longer. And then understand the logics. Few things are logically connected, and few things are definitely not. So
Yeah.
understand, make your basics as strong as possible, because when it comes to learning French, most of them I have come across, they all want to be a very fast learner,
Mm-hmm.
without even knowing the basics, without even knowing how the alphabets have been pronounced.
Mm-hmm.
That's why in my channel also I have introduced from the basics. I guess the basics, if your basics are strong, and if your grammar is strong, you know where to use, what to use, then you're good to go. Then you can create the whole, probably Rome in one day.
Definitely, definitely. I do agree with you. You know, it goes with the same concept as, if you don't put the foundation of a house well, no matter what you put on top, then the house will eventually crumble because it doesn't have a good foundation. You know, you need to start from the very bottom. You need to start from the very from the initial, you know, as you're saying, the alphabet. And we have this in also your channel, a very wonderful channel. Guys, I will link up her channel link so that you can go see the amazing content she has. You know, when you start
Thank you.
from the very base, when you start building your foundation as strong as it can be, even when you go up there, when you continue to advance, you will be finding it much easier. But then again, if you just want to start learn things here and there, you know, pick one word,
Right.
another word from there, when you reach on top there, it's going to be very difficult for you. You'll not be able to understand. And I usually give a good example of the tenses. You see, once you have not understood passé composé, you know, the past tense, once you have not understood
Mhm.
rules and how it is formed, then there is no way you will ever understand how to form tenses like conditionnel, passé, plusquamparfait.
Very true.
No way you will ever get it. You know, you will always have something wrong somewhere. But if you take your time to understand passé composé, then the others will be very easy.
Very true, very true, very true. In
Very.
fact, you know what, Sally, when I was taught, when the way I was taught in my school days, in my college days and all, and
Mm-hmm.
the way I had started learning French, the basics of it and all that. Few things, few chapters, of course, as we were told that you have to by heart these words, instead of not understanding the basics of it, you have to by heart it. So
Yeah.
in my channel also, there's my recent video of mine, which is about the French days of the week. So I
Mm-hmm.
somehow feel languages are not difficult, and languages are somehow interconnected. They are very much interconnected. So I did a very brief research on all these things and all the names, and then I found it is all very much interconnected. Like how we talk about the names of the days, like you're
Yeah.
talking about passive composing. Now, since I've started with my basics, in
Mm-hmm.
my basic concept, I have started from Monday to Sunday,
Mm-hmm.
lundi to dimanche. So the same thing I have compared it in English and in my own language, Hindi, and also in Telugu. So I found one thing, that there is an easy comparison to
Mm-hmm.
learn it, instead of just by hearting it. Like
Yeah.
how we say, what is the Monday is Moon's Day, that is what is Lundi, Mahdi,
Ah.
Mehwedi, and all that. It
Uh-huh.
is not difficult.
Mm-hmm.
It is not difficult. And the best part is, we have the source, we have the right resources at this time. I
Yeah.
wish we also had it.
At that time when we were starting, I usually tell my students, if I had someone to guide me the way you're being guided like this, I think I would have learned French and 1,000 other languages. During our time, we really
Without
struggled.
spending much,
Yes, yes, without.
without spending much money,
Mhm.
without spending much time, because I still remember that my French books, my French tutorial books were very expensive compared to other materials. It was very expensive. It is still expensive in India.
Mhm.
And now I'm sure people have gotten access to this huge chunk of people, I don't know, huge chunk of French speaking people in
Mhm.
a large number, isn't it? That they're very lucky, and I guess it is something very good. It
Ve-
is on a very positive note. It is very good, and maybe because of that, I guess French is the second most spoken language, and I guess over 220 million people all over the world speak French. And if it was that very difficult, then I'm sure this score and this number wouldn't have ever come.
Yes, yes.
It is easily accessible.
Yes, it's very accessible for anyone who wants to learn a language right now. You are in the best time. You are in the best position. Just even looking at something like YouTube, where we are. It started just the other day. It wasn't there when we were trying to learn, and it has come and made things so very easy for everyone. So learning right now is very very easy. I would totally
And we
agree
have
with you.
songs. Uh,
Mhm.
Sorry to interrupt you, Sally. We
Yeah.
have songs.
Uh-huh.
We have songs, how to remember, rhymes, rhyming ways to remember,
Mm-hmm.
mnemonics to remember. I still remember when I had started learning French, I had to create mnemonics to memorize these French, to memorize few words.
Yeah.
But now we have videos readily accessible. You don't even have to stress much.
Not at all, and they're very simple. We usually assume if you're a beginner, we teach you like the way we teach our 3-year-old or a 4-year-old how
Very
to
true.
say ABCD.
Oh
You
yes,
have very
yes,
interesting
yes.
material online.
Sally, you will not believe I have a son 6 years old,
Hmm.
and he finds French more interesting, and he's learning it faster.
No
He's learning it
way.
very very faster. Can you believe it? And it is all because of the YouTube channels. It is all
Uh-huh.
because of the easily accessible videos. He's
Mm-hmm.
able to learn it in the form of songs, rhymes,
Mm-hmm.
and vocabulary has been made so easily accessible even for the kids. And
Yeah.
I guess if teaching has to happen, should happen at as early as possible, earlier age,
Yeah.
because the brain, the activity of the brain is also faster. And I guess from the age group of 3 to, we can just start teaching them, and they are very fast learners.
Very
Believe
fast.
you me, they are very fast learners. Then I'm sure people like us, like even adults or probably teenagers, can do it even better. And
Even
I try to make videos, and I've seen even your videos, which are made so simplified, so easier. In fact, for the parents, those who are trying to teach their kids, teach their children French, just in case, maybe I've seen a lot of parents, and their kids, they have French in their course, and they might not understand how to go about it. So they can go through the channel, they can go through the videos, and learn themselves first, and then teach it to the kids.
Definitely, definitely. And what I would add on to that, I completely agree with you, is you see, when you introduce what you're doing is really amazing to your son. When you introduce a kid or a child to a foreign language as early as then they grow up knowing the language in such a way that when you become an adult, it becomes like part of them, it becomes like one of their mother tongue.
Very true.
It's a very nice. If you are interested in teaching your child a foreign language, do it as early as possible at the very beginning. Then they'll not
Very
have a
true.
hard time understanding
Very true.
it when they become an adult.
They will not even have problem to understand the varieties in cultures, because of course at the very early age everything is new to them, and it's easier to even grasp. And the videos are so very attracting, they are so very informative. That, trust me, it is so nice. And I've seen the interest in kids. It's not just my son. I've also seen interest in other kids also. French
Uh-huh.
is actually a beautiful language. It is a beautiful language.
I
And if
agree.
we as parents, if we show maybe just 1% of interest, then our kids might do even better. That's what I feel.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. French is a royal language. I call it a royal language, just the way
Formal language.
you
Very true.
yeah, if you go somewhere and you
Romantic language. It is so beautiful. It is so beautiful.
yeah, it's a very beautiful language. When you go somewhere and you're speaking French and people are looking at you like,
Hmm.
wow, you can do that.
Yes.
It's a very beautiful language. So if we take all the advice, we put into consideration everything we have been told today, then I think we will be able to learn the language better. And just to add on to this person who's probably watching us and they have learned, they have the knowledge of writing and reading, but they're not able to speak, what I will tell them is that it takes time. It will not come immediately. Just be patient. And also, to make it come faster, you can get a native. If it is possible, you can get a native, someone who's from France, and not necessarily even from France. There are other
Yes.
countries like in Africa, we have DRC, we have countries like Morocco, which have one of the national languages as French. Again, if you're not able to get someone who is international, wherever you are, I'm sure there is someone who is at a higher level than you are, someone who can give you more advice or who you can practice with. One of the most important things is having a speaking partner, someone you can call via WhatsApp, someone you can just talk to, someone who knows it. And
Very true.
when you're saying the wrong pronunciation, when you are saying the wrong word, you're using the wrong tense, they'll be able to guide you. And then the mistake that they do is that they want to practice today, tomorrow they will not, the next day they will not, and then they want to come back after 2 days or after 3 days, and they want to still remember what they were doing. This is a language. You cannot keep
Yes.
things. You cannot learn today and then keep the knowledge, and then you want to do it tomorrow. To be able to master a language, you have to practice. It's all about practice. The
Very true. Very true. Very
concept
true.
or
Very true. There could be so many reasons, I guess. Many reasons to learn French, like interest to learn, or maybe the necessity, the need, or maybe your spouse, you're married to a person who is French. So
mhm.
how would you communicate? Many other reasons, and I'm sure it is not difficult.
It is not at all. You have students who want to like immigrate to a place like Canada. It's one of the requirements, at least,
Yes.
to understand French. Yeah, people have completely different reasons, but what I would emphasize is that commitment to do it day in, day out, because if you do it after 1 month, after 2 weeks, you would have forgotten everything.
Very true, very true. And I
Very.
guess in Africa, I've seen, I have a couple of students of mine from Africa, like three students I have from Africa. They
Mhm.
show a lot of interest. They show a lot of interest in learning French, and I've seen their practice. They keep practicing a lot, and it really makes me feel very nice. It
Yes,
is a
yes.
very great sense of satisfaction and achievement. I think I'm sure even you come across the same.
I definitely do. I have students from Europe, from America, from the UK, even from my country. And some of them have this determination. Every day they're in there, they're putting the effort. What we did yesterday, they've taken their time, they've gone through it, they've researched more. And when we are coming,
Wow.
we're just adding on to that. Some of them actually encourage me to even think of doing another language. Currently, I'm trying to get into
Wow.
Spanish. I'm at the intermediate
Wow.
level, just advancing. They really encourage you that you can actually do it. You can learn a language, an extra language, and
You can
you
do
can learn
it.
it
You,
within.
you can actually do it, yes.
Yeah, you can do it within a very small time frame. It's really amazing and encouraging. Yeah.
That's really nice. And I'm sure language is all about tricks and techniques and your interest and your passion. That's it. And
Mhm.
there's a lot of connection between one of other languages I've seen. There
Mhm.
is connection between so many other languages. So you should know what to use, what to say, what not to say. And I'm sure you'll do very good. So we'll be waiting for your Spanish tutorials coming up
Probably,
soon.
probably
Yes,
we'll start
and
with
I'm sure that day will come. Yes.
we'll be hearing some buenos dias or mucho gusto very soon.
Wow,
Yes, yes, yes. All right.
that's very nice.
Yeah, yeah. So we've basically given some good advice to if you're watching us and you're a beginner, that is you are in A1 or A2. What we've just said is you can apply it and we can
Mm-hmm.
probably begin to help you. If you're in the intermediate level, B1 and B2, that this techniques, these tips that you have given will also help you a lot, a lot, a lot. They really will. And if you are in the advanced level, C1 or C2, congratulations first. It takes a lot to reach there. Personally, I have I'm there, and I can definitely tell you from experience, it's not a bed of roses, but it's not impossible, as Sunita has told.
Yeah.
Definitely not impossible. You can get there, and you will get there. So maybe if you have
Yes,
love
yes, yes.
to thank you so much for talking to us, giving us your tips, your tricks, and making it really easy to be able to learn and understand French. I've also learned a few things here and there. I've picked a few things here and there. Thank you so much. And probably I'll give you the opportunity probably to say your last advice to anyone who's at the beginner level, at the intermediate level, at the advanced level, and yeah, basically we can do that.
Okay. Okay, first of all, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Sally, for bringing me in this platform where I could express myself. I really was looking for a platform where I could actually express myself to make others also feel free to learn French and make them feel that it is not difficult at all. If I can do it, then why not you all can?
Definitely.
It should be inspiring, and I wish if I can motivate kids, if I can motivate their parents to
Hmm.
learn this beautiful language, and I'm sure the number will cross to 20 million. The number will cross, and if we can make a bit of from our side, to increase this number, I'm sure this will expand the opportunities for people, job wise, or maybe any other way. So for intermediate, for people, for the beginners also, I would like to tell them to learn the right words. First of all, learn the basics of pronunciation. Please do start off from the alphabets. It is important to know your alphabets of any
Hmm.
language for that matter.
Definitely.
And learn, yes, learn the proper conjugation of verbs. And for people, those who are in intermediate level,
Hmm.
for them it is important to make their tenses more strong, have a good grip on the tenses, and try to learn more grammar schools to improvise and practice. But yeah, yes, and in fact, any level I somehow feel should keep practicing by writing it, not just reading it out. Write it,
Hmm.
and speak every day, if possible. Try to get native speakers, or try to get in touch with friends, and with good tutors like Sally. Sally will improvise your French and will bring you to the advanced level. And
Thank
for
you.
people, those who are in the advanced level, you're
Hmm.
welcome. Already, those who are in the advanced level, if possible, listen to a lot of music, see videos, songs, and encourage others also to learn, so that this will help everybody. I'm sure this will help everybody. So that is it from my side. Yeah.
uh, Guys, there's nothing else I will add on to that. That is basically what I would say if I was given the opportunity. So thank you so much, Sunita, for joining us, and I will definitely link up her channel in the description section below so that you can go check out her awesome videos. You're going to be able to learn one or two things, and also remember to subscribe to her channel. And also, if you haven't joined this awesome team of Learning French with Sally, you can subscribe down below and hit the notification bell to get more of my lessons. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching till the end. I hope you have learned a few things and you'll be able to learn and improve your French better. All right, d'accord. Merci beaucoup. Au revoir. You can tell them
Au
goodbye.
revoir. Bye bye.